Going live. Ready, set, go. This is the beginning of our CIS Community and Schools Bottomlines Workshop on the digital seduction of Black girls on YouTube based on my research. I'm Dr. Kira Gaunt, and we're waiting to get hooked up to the others that are coming to the Google Hangout. This is my second Hangout on the air, and this is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of reflection in my glasses, but we'll get over it. Okay. Hopefully they will all show up soon. While that, I'm going to get some stuff set up here. And we'll edit all of this stuff later. CIS Workshop. Yeah, there it is. Do that one. There we go. That's my favorite part, the lower third. Okay, let's see. We're gonna try this one more time. Links to share. Okay. Kian. Ernest. Invite. Kian. New link. Use this to join. Hopefully, maybe I can do it this way. Kian. 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 Use this. Join. Let's see. Sent. Well, let's see if this is going to work. This is going to be the other thing. Is that going to allow me to do this? Share. Oh, how does this work without me doing that? Stop. Why is it doing that? Why do I get multiple screens? I'm sitting here all alone. I hope they come. Okay, there's 2 viewers. Who is the second one? Where are they? There's me and someone else. Who's that second viewer? Send this to people watching. Watching. Let's see if this works. Hi, everyone watching. I guess I'm going to have to call Kian, see if I can get him to. Kian.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let me get his other phone number. I need him to sign on here. Hello, hello, hello. Let's try this one more time. Keon. Ernest. Come on. So this is our little green room time. So I have some of our tea. Out there, YouTube land. I hope everything's going well. I got some great stuff to show. If hopefully my tech works here. And right now, Google Plus. Choose what you'd like to share. I'm getting this weird screen within a screen. Let me just see if I present everybody. That's not going to work. Stop. Okay. Why is it doing that? I did not put those things in there. Manage the guest list. Aaron. Invite more. Keon. Yes. I'm trying to connect. Check your Gmail for the invite. Click the link above the video, right above here to join. Baby, looking like that. So baby, I look good. I need help. Help form. Screen. Open a screen. Yeah. No. Aaron, I can't. Aha, someone's joined me. I'm not alone. I got Keon. Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
Aaron? All right. We got two links. I see Aaron. I see Keon. I see two of your laptops. See me.
Oh, I see y'all.
Y'all are going to have fun. I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm having some technical problems I'm trying to figure out how to resolve, but I know you're testing your sound, so I'm going to talk a little bit while I'm just looking. It'll make no sense. I'm going to talk out loud so you can check your sound on that end. And I can hear everybody. I can see everybody. My problem is when I broadcast my screen, it looks like the mirror within the mirror within the mirror within the mirror. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Let's see. I'm still trying to figure it out. That doesn't work. Can you guys see that? Oh, somebody, you guys muted the sound.
We see.
Can you see all the mirror within the mirror thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop this and try it again. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when your broadcast, when does a broadcast start? Can I use my own picture? How many people can join? How long can I broadcast? What if someone starts? Can I kick someone out? Reserve, what should I do if I have an issue? Yep, go to the issues forum. Okay, I'm going to try to go to the issues forum. Did not save. Is there some way I can start with a hangout? I got a pit and bad microphone, sound. Couldn't start the video. How long? Video within the video. I don't know what it is. Is it because I have my YouTube open? Let me try something else. Let me know if you can hear the video I'm about to try and set up. Add videos. Make it rain. Not. Can you guys hear that and see it? Check one, check one. Anybody out there? Hello, world. Hello. Can anybody hear me? Come talk to me on the screen, please. Hello, hello, hello. We're on the air live, you know. Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is anybody out there? Check one, check two. Hello. Okay, somebody's going to come back to me eventually. I am sure of it. Hello, check one, check two. Anybody out there? If you can hear me, you guys must have me muted. Or am I muted? Aha. Now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, you guys are having your little party. Is that what's going on? And nobody invited me. I think I better have my own little cookie party over here. Oh. Okie dokie.
Dr. Gaunt,
Yes,
are we ready?
I think we are, except I have just a technical problem on my side. I can't show the screen, and I'm trying to figure out why. And I'm wondering if I sent you guys the wrong... I don't know why. I'm trying to find help. See, when I do this, it shows this, and this is not a good thing, right?
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. No, okay. So on my, so I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to figure it out. So just give me another 5 minutes.
Another 5 minutes. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Another 5 minutes. Okay. So I found this presentation. Yes. It went blank. Just hit join. Just keep hitting join if you see that. Okay. So I was on Facebook. Full disclosure, I was on Facebook when I subscribed to this magazine called Foreign Heritage. Foreign woman and being a male, I thought it was important that I learned a little bit about what's going on in the lives of women. Because I'm going to be working with students. I have female coworkers. So I want to be well-read and educated in things that are of special interest to the people that I'm going to be around a lot. So in reading her article, it was fascinating because she really found a way to make social media safe. She found a way that you guys are going to be able to connect in a new way to protect your digital identities. She's going to use terms like IRL, in real life, your digital imprint. When I say digital imprint, what does it mean to have an imprint on something? You know how you go, celebrities in Hollywood go to get their awarded, they go get their hand imprinted into the concrete. So when I say imprint, what does that mean? You leave a mark. You leave a mark. Exactly. Anybody have anything different? Okay. When I say leave a mark, or when she says for the purposes of this discussion, when you're putting things on the internet, you leave a mark, believe it or not. And where do you think all these images, all this data, all of this email, all of this stuff goes? It sits on a server somewhere, and at the right time, if somebody needs to access it, to look you up, to see what you're up to, they can do it. And it could later in life impact you being able to get a job. It can impact you in getting a scholarship to college. And it could impact you in probably some other ways where it would not be too safe for people to have so much access to you via the internet or social media. So I thought this was very important because how many people use social media of some sort? Should be everybody.
Basically.
Wait, can I say something? I do, most of you have had me for computer skills and apps, and my last year's group, I told them I was going to do a project. Well, it's actually an experiment. I take my class list, I randomly pick 1 or 2 students, I go to Facebook, pull it up just to see what you have on it. After I teach about digital literacy and how to be safe online, give you the opportunity to go in and change all of your information to private so that the public can't view it. And 9 times out of 10, I've seen inappropriate pictures, I've seen expletives.
Y'all know what expletives are?
Nope.
What are expletives? Huh? Inappropriate feelings, but it's a specific way you express those feelings.
I was embarrassed looking at a lot of pictures. I was embarrassed reading a lot of posts. You also put where you went to school. So if I was a stalker or a big bad bear, I could come and get you. And don't laugh, it's every day.
Are we ready to go?
So you have to be
No, no.
Okay.
Big bag bear.
I see Imani.
Whose screen went blank? Somebody's screen went blank.
Hello.
Okay, this is not working the way I wanted to.
That's what you should be looking at.
Let's see here.
Oh man, look up here.
No,
I see my individual.
that's us.
No.
Do they
No.
see that?
I want to see these watches you buy.
My own chips you eating? No,
Yes, can you guys mute all of the computers that are not where you are, Keon?
Maya.
Or I can, maybe I can do this. Hold on. Let me see.
I wanted to ask in the interest of time if there was
When you're not close by, I can barely hear you.
I was going to ask you in the interest of time, is there anything that we can get started on?
Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Talk for a second. I think I just muted you. Hold on.
All right.
Okay.
I was saying, in the interest of time, can we begin?
How much time? Okay, so do they have until 1:30?
No, till 2, but I want to,
Okay.
they've been sitting here about a half hour.
Okay. Can you show them? Well, I can show. That's the only problem. All the stuff that I have to show them is on my laptop, and the screen share is the thing that's messing things up. So I can show them. Will you let me know something? Can you see this? Hold on one sec. Can you see the video?
Not yet. I'm still seeing you.
Okay. That's going to be a problem. I can't show anything. Can you, gotta give me just 5 more minutes. I'm trying to search the web to see what this problem is, because we didn't have this problem before.
No, we didn't.
And I don't know why this is doing it. So I may set
Has
up.
Walker G. Byers logged on yet?
I have 5 screens, myself included. So, and they all say Keon.
Yeah.
Can you go find out about them? And
Can you text him?
so here's what I she says can you send her, let me send her the link. She doesn't have the link. She doesn't have, I'm going to send her, hold on, she's texting me. Send her the link.
Yeah.
Can you see if she can put the video she wants to show in the chat and they can access it?
It's on my, yeah, I mean, I can. Hold on. It's going to have the F word in it, though, the one that I'm going to send you.
I have permission slip, so go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Erin needs the thing. Let me just send this to Erin, and then I can send this to you. Yes. Okay. And I can send this to you. Hold on. Here it comes. Here it comes. Chat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start them on this.
Okay, when you start it, let me know. I'm going to watch it and I can, yeah, just go ahead and start. I'll be able to hear it.
All right, girls. Here goes.
Oh, let me set it up.
Oh, okay.
Let me set it up. So,
Listen up, girls.
can y'all see me? Hi. Hello.
All right, I'm going to pause this for a second.
Okay. Hi. So, why don't we do this before we get started? I may have a little technical difficulty, but the very least I can do is introduce myself.
Oh no.
And I want to ask, so I need your attention.
Hold on, girls.
You watch Rugrats.
No, she said she
Ooh.
she do not. She don't. No, you've been seeing her name up there.
All right, take it off.
Okay, you guys, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. My name is Dr. Kira Gaunt. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am a professor at the City University of New York at Baruch College, it's called. It's one of the most diverse colleges in the nation. It's one of 100 colleges we have here in the City University of New York. And it's the premier senior college. So I teach undergraduates first through fourth year. And I teach anthropology, which is the study of how people make meaning through human culture. And I also am an ethnomusicologist. Ethno is the word for culture or ethnic groups, and the music part, I think you know, and the ology means to study. So I study people making music and how they make meaning of their lives. I wrote a book called The Games Black Girls Play, Learning the Ropes from Double Dutch to Hip Hop. And it's an award-winning book from 2007. In it, I wrote the book for my mom. I'm originally from Rockville, Maryland, and I've been doing research. I wrote it so that my mother could read it. I didn't want it to be like some academic book that people weren't interested in reading if they weren't academics. And the book talks about hand-clapping games, cheers, and double dutch, and how black girls play a really big role in teaching people how to be musical when we're little girls. So as young as 5 years old, a lot of us learn how to play hand-clapping games, cheers, and double dutch. These games may be fading with the advent of mobile technology and the internet. Tell me with a vote with your voice. So say yay if you play double dutch.
Yay.
And we get an echo because it's two different laptops. So make sure only one of the laptops is not muted. All the others should be muted, or we'll get that echo again. And how many of you played hand clapping games when you were kids? The feedback until we mute. Let me see if I can also mute from my end. I don't know which one is which, but I'm going to try. That one's muted. That one's muted. And that one's not muted. So and this one's not muted. Let's mute that one. Okay, this might work now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So how many of you have never played a hand clapping game, or cheer, or done double dutch? Say nay. Awesome. That's what I wanted to know. I've been working on a YouTube project. I call it the Black Girls YouTube Project. And it's, I'm going to send you the link. Where that feedback comes from, so that you can pull that up if you want. It's really a blog for people who study. There's another, yeah, my voice is coming through, so I'm gonna mute you guys.
That's not me.
Mute everybody. Okay, maybe that won't happen. I'm gonna mute everybody for a second while I talk, so I can't hear you. Oh, you guys muted me too. Okay. Okay, there we go. And so I've been doing this Black Girl YouTube project. Black Girls YouTube. It's not possessive like Black Girls have a YouTube, but Black Girls who YouTube. And I've been studying and collecting games, collecting videos by adolescent and teen Black girls who twerk on YouTube. So the video that they're going to show you is a video that my students, my undergraduate students, probably from age 18 to 25 in my class this summer, created from studying all the videos that we collected. How many of you have ever uploaded a video onto YouTube? Say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And how many of you have not? No, no. So how many is that? About half or? All? All have uploaded. How many of you have ever uploaded a twerking video?
No.
Okay, good. Not that there's anything wrong with twerking, per se, but broadcasting it is the problem. So go ahead and show the video, and then we'll talk about it.
What, Imani? Yours? No. What is that? Who else did? Kalima did. Okay.
Oh my god.
Your sister stupid.
Or younger.
It do be little girls twerking though.
Yeah. It's 13. I want to see myself. Yeah.
No, not y'all. Yeah, y'all me are.
The version of I took.
What's not funny is you don't know how old these comments are coming from. They just come from adults. They just come from people having
Brittany was working at my party.
Alright, so ladies, check this part out. This is the part that makes a lot of sense. So, working videos account for millions of dollars of YouTube money, but none of that money is going back to the actual girls who are submitting those videos.
Okay. So tell me, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I want to hear from 3 of you. What's your
Thank you
first
very
reaction?
Much appreciate the applause and
Who is
a nice introduction there.
No.
Who's talking?
That was the video. That was the video. That was the video that ran next.
Oh, okay.
Who's talking?
So let's see.
My ear ringing.
Can you see me now
No.
on the screen? Oh, you haven't got me back on yet.
Yeet.
So what do you think? Shout out. What do you tell me? Tell me, what did you learn? And what do you think about it?
Dr. Gaunt,
Agent.
what school would you like to go first, Byers or Thomasboro?
Your school, I don't know where you are, but since we got you.
Thomasboro? Okay.
Yeah.
Any volunteers?
Just your first impressions.
Oh, let's type it in the chat. Someone, let me go over here to the chat. Okay. Somebody wants to type in the chat.
Somebody can type in the chat. Somebody can talk to me.
Dr. Gaunt, they're
Yeah.
gonna respond. They're gonna respond in the chat.
Finished.
Okay, that's awesome. That works. You have as many of you respond in the chat as you want. I'm going to read what you guys are sending in from the chat, and I'm also going to, might be better.
You can say that if you do on mute though. Let me put this on mute for you. It's on mute, right?
Okay, you guys, I can control the mute, so you guys are good. All right, I'm going to read what you got in the chat that's coming my way. I love your voices. So one of you says twerking is bad with lots of exclamation points. LOL. West Side. Only one. Who else? Use all of the. You can use all the different laptops to type in to the chat. I really want to know which. Don't twerk in your panties. Isn't that the truth?
Don't twerk at all. Who said that? It's not ladylike.
It's not ladylike.
Did y'all spend pennies on? They put pennies.
You know what would help? Who is the woman that was speaking who's helping facilitate? Your face. Hold on. Let me make sure I got your mic showing. Let me
Somebody said it's not cute to twerk.
It's not cute to twerk. Okay. How many of you think that twerking began before this era, like it's an old dance?
Who is that? What she say?
How long is working?
All my life. I learned how to twerk when I was 2.
You learned how to twerk when you were 2?
I started twerking at 5 years old.
All right. Feedback. So Dr. Grant, we heard something. Well, we heard 2012. We heard since they were little.
5 years old.
Okay.
Dr. Grant.
Yep, I did. I'm typing it in so I can capture it for later.
Here at 2 o'clock.
So I'm gonna talk and tell you guys a little bit more about what did you think of the video? Is it good? Is it educational? Do you think people should watch it? Type it into the chat.
Who wrote that? Oh, she. That lady.
And once again, the woman who's helping me facilitate, can you type your name in the chat so I know, because I can't hear you well. I love this. Thank you, Miss Dunlap. Okay. So, how old is everybody in the room?
Don't hit me, nigga.
Everybody's around, what, 12, 13?
Who's
Who's 13? Say hey.
Hey!
Who's 14? Say yep, yep.
Yep. Not me.
15? Any 15s? Oh, yeah. Okay, I got a sense. Okay, so if you guys will, if I can get your attention, I'm going to tell you a little bit about twerking and why I do this research. So because we all, okay, so I just heard from Thomasboro, right? Let me hear from the other school. Can I hear from the other school?
I think it's best honest. I don't see Walter G. Byers.
I can't hear you.
I don't see Walter G. Byers yet.
I still can't hear you.
I don't see Walter G. Byers yet.
Ah, there they are. Is that Aaron's school?
Okay, there they are.
Okay. Aaron, put your you sit in the camera so we can see you at least, or let them say hi to everybody. You want to show the camera, so can you hear me? I see you. Hold on. Let me make sure we got your video. Yes, cameraman. Audio from you, Aaron. Let me just check. I've got camera, but no audio. I think you have your audio muted somehow. Or maybe your mic isn't on or something. Still can't hear you. See you. Fine. In fact, I can't hear anybody else.
You hear me now?
Yes, I can. There you are. I can hear you all fine now. Aaron, tell me who's in your room there. Ms.
We
Morris.
have the 7th and 8th grade girls.
Can you make the camera go down just a bit?
7th and 8th grade girls at Walter G. Byers.
There they are. Put down further. Yeah. Hi, ladies.
Can I hear you say to the girls?
Hi. Oh, I'm all. So I'm Dr. Kira Gaunt, and Aaron, we're having technical difficulties because the screen share won't work. It looks like this, just so you all get the real picture. It will not. I can't show my video because it won't come up without that, and I don't know what that is. Someone told me what it was, but I can't figure out how to fix it. So we're going to do mostly an audio broadcast. The other class with Mr. Furness has watched the video. Can you guys, in the chat, I provided the link for the video. I'll give it to you again. If you guys could watch the video on your end, just from your screen, and then come back in when you're done, and we'll have a conversation. I'm going to talk to the Thomasboro crew. So here's the one for you, Aaron. You see it?
No, she's talking to
Oh, and we're getting Kanan. Mr. Kanan is arriving. So everybody's arriving. Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Hi. You guys who just joined. Okay, so we're going to change the format up a little bit because I don't have video to show you. So we're going to do a lot more interactive. And what we're going to do, Aaron, Miss Aaron and Miss Kanan, because I don't know your last names, can you use the chat anytime any of the young ladies would like to say anything? You just use the chat and tell me what school you're from. You don't have to give me your name, just what school you're from. So let's test it out. Where Mr. Kanan is and where Miss Aaron is, can one or two of the students type in, what do you know about twerking? And then meanwhile, I'll work with the group that I already started.
Yeah, well, I have through the teacher.
Okay, so we're going to use the kind of, roll call, name check. We need to get some information about you. So I've got Thomasboro on one screen. Keon, help me out. What are the other schools?
There are 5 Thomasboro, so Canaan, and all of the Keons are Thomasboro.
So the background noise is going to be difficult. So I'm going to have to, because I don't know which screen. Keon, you need to get in front of a screen so I know which one you're at.
Okay.
So I can figure out what else to mute. Okay, you're there
There.
with them.
I'm also here.
Don't do that. Just one of them. I think I got which one you're at. Let's see. Rotate through here. Oh man, this is an experience, ladies and gentlemen. This is called a Google Hangout on Air. This is being broadcast live. So anytime you have a question or anything you'd like to say, you're going to put it in the chat. You don't necessarily have to wait. Like Thomas Burrows says, that I know twerking is bad and most people do it for fun. Let me ask you guys all a question. Type in the chat. So different girls type in each time. So we'll just rotate through. So a different girl each time. You don't have to talk, you just chat. Who taught you that twerking is bad?
Don't talk about yourself personally. Just talk about that.
You just don't put your name in, just tell me what school you're typing from. GBGB says mamas.
Who taught you it was bad?
A cousin. So some of you were taught that it was bad by a cousin, by your mom, by your daddy, by your friends, by my yelling, sitting in my room, talking to myself. This is the dilemma. When we get online to YouTube, we twerk from our private spaces and home, or we vlog what I'm doing. We're doing a vlog from home. You guys are in your classroom, which is usually a private space. But what happens when you broadcast twerking? Well, I'm 50 plus years old. I know I don't look it, I look good. But I'm 50 plus years old, and when I was your age, when I was 12, 13, 14, we danced in a suggestive, what might be a provocative or sexy manner, but it wasn't about having sex. And I assert that twerking is the evolution of dances that we've done throughout the 20th century since the early 1926. I'm going to send you guys a link that you can show of what some people consider the first twerker ever, if you're looking back in history, because they didn't call it twerking. Her name is Josephine Baker, and she was a major star she was an African American who was a major star in Hollywood and particularly in France. And I'm going to send you the link and you guys can show this while I'm talking. You don't even need the sound on per se, but you can watch it. So here's the link coming. So actually, the roots of twerking can be dated almost 100 years ago. 90 years ago, there was a dance called the Banana Dance by Josephine Baker. And then there have been dances that are very similar to what people on YouTube call twerking. Like, how many of you know whining? Say, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How many of you know bounce?
Yeah.
Isn't bounce like twerking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is bounce music bad?
No.
What's the difference with twerking? It's just that twerking is about doing it online and broadcasting it?
I'm browsing now.
So is twerking bad because it's broadcast? Yeah, no, yeah, no.
In the chat.
Oh, check in the chat. How many of you think that twerking is bad because it's being broadcast? Yeah, yeah.
Your laptop sucks.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Respond in the chat.
How many of you think twerking is just bad altogether? Yeah, yeah. Okay. I hope I'm getting the response. How many of you think that twerking depends? It depends on where you are. Yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not that many people. So, what Mr. Furness, it says it depends. Some people say no, no. Some people say yeah, yeah. And that's the way it should be. Life is complicated. For example, some people believe that dance itself is bad. And other people believe that dance shouldn't be taught in schools, that it only should be reading, writing, and arithmetic. But I assert that in black culture, especially among black female culture, we've always used dance to express ourselves. It's a way of self-expressing ourselves. What kinds of dances do you do today? What are the names of the dances?
We put it in the chat.
No, we're not using the music because she's talking. But there is music to go with it.
So this is in 1926.
Yeah, go ahead and show them.
Yeah, they're watching it now.
Okay. So they're going to watch the Banana Dance by Josephine Baker. This is from 1926.
Broadcast.
What is she?
Okay, we're back.
Okay. So you watched that video?
Yeah.
Okay. So twerking in and of itself is not bad. Here's what I say about all of that. I'm going to read you a little thing. I've been submitting papers around the country, speaking around the country. I'm going to be speaking. I was speaking in Florida 2 weeks ago about twerking to a group of college professors and students. I'll be speaking in New Jersey next week about twerking. And I've published an article about twerking, and I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. I'm just going to tell you a little bit. We don't have a lot of time, and the video that I wanted to show you was so amazing, so I'll send it to all of you all so that you can watch it for another session. We had the best of intentions. We worked out putting this video together, but the Google Hangout on air together, but just a little glitch. Maybe we'll do a second version of it. So here's what I say about twerking. So black girls actually are considered the people who invented twerking, or at least it came from black culture. Back in 1988, long before many of you were born, a little before many of you were born, in New Orleans, the idea of what we call twerking began. They used to call it to work, how you work it. So it just was easy for them to go twerk. Yeah. Are you going to work today? Are you going to twerk it today? That's what a local person I met in New Orleans told me. And the dance was done by both boys and girls, by men and women. And the dance was started by a guy named DJ Jubilee. And you can watch videos on YouTube by DJ Jubilee. He had a call and response song that he did, and everybody did something that resembles what we now know as twerking, and they called it twerking, only in New Orleans it's called bounce music. It's bounce. It's not really, only since it's gone viral on YouTube, probably since about 2006 and 2007, uploaded by black girls, partly as a result of Katrina, which, do they know about Katrina, the Hurricane Katrina, where everybody where like 70% of the black community had to leave New Orleans because of the flooding of the hurricane?
You guys knew about that, right?
Yeah.
Well, because of that, bounce music spread all over the world. And it was in part because that was 2007, and that was the same year that YouTube began having videos shared all around the world. So the people who were from New Orleans were in Houston, some were in LA, some went as far as Michigan, New York City, and the way that they talked to each other was to send music to each other on YouTube. So people saw young girls about your age and younger performing videos that are dated back on YouTube still today to 2006, 2007, 2008. And then that went viral. A lot of girls in other cities started doing that dance. African Americans have always used dance as a form of communication across borders. People from the West Coast to the East Coast used to connect around a show called Soul Train, which some of you your parents may have shown you. It was the longest syndicated television show in the history of television. And it was on every Saturday morning, and I watched it when I was growing up. I learned the dances, and we used to figure out, oh, that's a Philly dance. That Philly dance is now in LA, and the LA dance is now in North Carolina. And we learned a lot from watching that broadcast. What's changed today is before, those broadcasts were run by people with a lot of money, with a lot of wealth. Today, because of YouTube, you can make your own broadcast videos. So you don't think about that. Let me give you an example. When I'm sitting here in my apartment in New York City, miles away from you, I don't think about that I could turn my camera and show you my kitchen, and that all of a sudden you'll be staring at my kitchen going, oh my gosh, she's really in her home. And broadcasting, we're broadcasting this live from my YouTube channel right now. So anybody who's watching and listening in may have certain perceptions of us. And if they don't know us, they'll bring their stereotypes and their stigmas, the things that they think most negative about us, to our images. And to me, that's much more damaging than you twerking. If you were at a private party, if you, when the teacher leaves the room, you all fool around and start dancing and somebody happens to twerk and nobody else sees it but you all, that's one thing. But if you put it on a video, it has the potential to reach at least hundreds of people, if not maybe millions if it's done really well. It's not likely that just an average girl is going to get a video and make thousands of dollars from twerking on a video. How many of you, how much money do you think people make from videos on YouTube? Do you guys have any idea? Thousands? Millions? Do you want to know what the truth is? Okay, the truth is that most people today can't make money very easily on YouTube. One, you have to have your channel monetized. So how many of you, raise your hand, and will somebody in the room count? How many of you have monetized, have a YouTube channel? How many of you have a YouTube channel? Somebody give me a count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
And put the number in the chat so I can record that data for later. So for each school, put it by the number. So 13 from Mr. Sipes' class, 12 with Mr. Furness's, 13 from Thomasboro, 10 more. Okay, here's the deal. In order to make money on YouTube, number one, you have to monetize your channel. That's a setting. How many of you have monetized your site? Can you take the number? Raise your hand and let them know. If you don't know, you haven't done it. Right, so here's the game. You need to learn how to monetize your site because everything you put on there is publicly broadcast to the world. People in Palestine can access your video, and it will be there forever. First impressions are lasting impressions online. Even if you're not twerking in a video, there may be something you do that's just kind of silly games, silly fun, silly play, learning, exploring to express your identity when you're 12, 13, 14, 15, that when you're 20, 25, trying to look for a job or trying to get into college or graduate school, you may not want to be online. So you can't just take it down off your channel. If you take it off your channel, somebody may have already shared it before you take it down. It'll be in the universe of the internet forever. We call this digital persistence. It persists being out there, circulating through Instagram, through Vine, through Facebook. Just if one person, for example, let's say that you have a boyfriend and you guys break up and he wants to take revenge on you. And he takes your video, downloads it, puts it onto his channel, and then circulates it to all of his friends. And people make fun of you. And then you grow up, and then you're at your first job as a 20-something-year-old, and your boss Googles your name, and that video comes up. These kinds of things are not what will be obvious to you when you're 12, 13, and 14, when you're just having fun with your friends uploading a video. So there's another thing that you need to learn. There are private, so I didn't finish. How much money can you make? You can make, on average, you only make $2.09. I don't know why the 9 cents. $2.09 per per 1,000 views. So for 1,000 views, you make $2. Yep. Now, if you had 20,000 views, you'd make $200, wouldn't you? That's not bad if you're 14 or 12. That's a lot of money, right? Anybody want $200? If I went in my pocket right now and gave you $200, would you want it? Yeah. For sure. What would you buy with $200? Shoes, clothes. How many people in the room would save it?
Me.
I save it.
How many numbers? Put the numbers in the chat. How many girls raised their hand that said they would save? Will you give me the number of people in each of your rooms so we can see what the percentage is? So remember to put your school tag on it so I know what school it is. So this means that when I do my research on black girls who twerk on YouTube, and let me tell you, the range is from girls just playing in their bedroom with their sisters doing the pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Some of them are just doing that. To sisters who are doing twerking to just experiment with their video camera. To two girlfriends having fun in the bedroom. To older girls, usually over 17, actually trying to make money off of a twerking video. And for those girls, it's often linked to pornography. But I'm not looking at that part. I'm looking at the self-expression of teens. When I was a little girl, I sat almost like what I'm doing right now in front of my webcam, only it was a mirror. And I used to try on the latest dance because I was an only child and I didn't have siblings who taught me how to dance. So I would learn from going to school, watching people dance, watching Soul Train, and then standing in a mirror, trying on the gestures that I used to see so that I could make sure I had the dance right, so that when I went to my first party, I wasn't, looking stupid, looking like I didn't have any skill. And I think that YouTube serves that purpose for a lot of people. But for black girls, it can be really disastrous because what do people think about black people, black girls, and black boys who are not black? What do they think about us? What are the stereotypes?
Any stereotypes of black girls? Huh?
Black girls are fast girls. There was a whole Twitter thing about black girls being fast girls. So all these stereotypes. What else? Type them in the chat. That we're loud, that we're angry, all of those things.
For a stereotype of black girls.
That we're ghetto, that we're ratchet. Now, where are the stereotypes about black is beautiful, black girls are, I only hear the positive stuff from people who are black. Even when people say, for example, black girls are thick or black girls are fat, Ph.D, I hear that from other black girls, or when I was growing up, other black people, older people. What I tended to hear, and maybe you guys can still resonate, when I was your age, I heard, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl, which was like a backhanded slight. You're pretty, but Dr. Phil says everything before the but is BS. You're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. How many of you know that skin color still affects you? Whether you're light or you're dark. People judge you by the shade of your skin color. And say, yep, yep. Oh, why is there such little talk about this? Do you guys ever talk about that? About skin color privilege, about colorism, about that light-skinned people have better opportunities than dark-skinned people. Do you guys know that? How many people, raise your hand, how many people you don't know that? Hands.
Respond in the chat, lady.
And you guys, the teachers, count off so we can do a quick read. How many of you know about light skin, dark skin, color politics? Raise your hand. How many of you know about it, but you think it doesn't matter anymore? Well, let me give you some data from my research. So I have collected 168 twerking videos to date by girls under 17 who are twerking from their bedroom. I call it who broadcast while they twerk. It's not the twerking that's the problem, it's the broadcasting while you twerk. So if it was private, it would be your business, and you have the right in the United States to express yourself. There is a UN convention on the rights of children that says children have the right to freely express themselves. The United States is one of the only countries in the world that hasn't signed off on that charter. But everybody in the world believes that children have the right to freely express themselves, to play, and that's what I think girls are doing when they dance or they twerk in their bedrooms. But the videos that I have that are 168 videos, they total, get this, 23 million views. That's a lot, right? You can say, yeah, yeah. When I'm asking the big questions, is that a lot? 23 million views? Yeah? Do a shout out for me. Yeah, yeah? If I told you I have one video by two white girls who aren't that good at twerking, and it has 5 million views, I don't have any videos by black girls that have that many views. What does that tell you about skin color privilege? And let me tell you a little bit about what goes on underneath the videos. I mentioned it in the video that I showed, that was shown. So underneath black girls' YouTube twerking videos, the ones that are underage, boys send their phone numbers asking them to call them. They ask them to kick me. Do you guys know kick me?
Yeah.
So what is kick me for? Can somebody type in the chat, or one girl just tell me, what is the kick me used for? For chat? Is it also used by people to do other things than chatting?
Respond in the chat if you know.
So this is for the adults. They probably don't know. This is the Kick Me app. So you chat with your friends. Do you chat with boys? Yeah. Some people do. Some people don't. Would you ever chat with a boy you'd never met on Kick Me? Maybe. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's what she's doing. But the asking is both good.
So I have a theory, and I'm out to prove it with my data. I collect videos with my undergraduate students. This semester, I have 18 students. They're going to collect 700 videos with me. And then we're going to write a paper about what we learn. And what we've learned so far is that of the 168 videos I've collected so far, 44% of those videos, they're called impressions. What Mr. Furness was talking about to the group at his school was you have to protect your impression, your digital identity online. How many of you think that it's cool to be liked by people around you? How many of you want to be liked online?
Are you responding in chat?
Now, if you think that you should be liked online, do you want to be liked by the old dirty man who lives in Italy? You want to be liked by the boys who just watch videos because they are, this is being nice, horny, they're being nasty, they're watching your video so that they can do nasty things to your video. So how do you protect yourself from that? So on YouTube, each of you needs to go Google, how do I change my privacy settings on my YouTube channel? So there's no reason why you can't change your privacy settings to what's called unlisted. You want your videos to be unlisted. That means that nobody can search to find your video in any way, shape, or form unless you give them the link or one of your friends sends them the video. So then you got to create a trust bond with your friends. Listen, you know, I'm going to be boyfriend and girlfriend with you, but you cannot share any of my videos. If we break up, are you going to share my videos? You should actually start talking to people about, you know, if we're not best friends anymore, you're not going to share my videos, are you? Because I'm not going to share my video link with you if you're going to do that. And anything that you think you would be embarrassed about today or 20 years from now, you should never put online. Never. If you don't want, it's quite okay. All of us go through periods where we do things like experiment with dirty language, say bad words, dance provocatively. Most people throughout their lives will have some period of experimentation. But now it's worse for your generation than ever before. You think because everybody has a phone that you don't have to protect yourself. But if everybody's online, how do you have privacy? So you can't put your videos online. You got to be careful even about putting your pictures online. Your pictures that you take from your phone are coded with the location that you're at. Even though you don't put it on there, if somebody's smart and tech savvy, they can find exactly where you live, where you go, what you do. And if you didn't know, let me tell you some things that are threatening black girls today around the country. There are 3 things that really are a threat to black girls today. And then I'll wrap it up and I'll just see if I can hear from you. I'll read some of the things that you sent me in the chat. So here's the first threat. And this is what I call a threat to your security both in your own neighborhood and online. Did you know that girls and young women between the ages of 16 and 24 have the highest rates of intimate partner violence, meaning that their boyfriends or people that they care about do violence to them? They have the highest rates of intimate partner violence. Girls and young women of all ethnicities, 16 to 24. Black girls are almost triple the national average in the United States. How many of you did you know that? Raise your hand and let the teacher record.
Did you guys know that? Just put no. No.
You want me to repeat it?
No, we have it.
Okay, good. Okay, here's threat number 2. So this is a threat to your online safety or your digital privacy or a threat to your future identity, which you haven't even invented yet. You don't know what you're going to do in life. You might have an idea, but you don't have it yet. So the second threat, 1 out of 11 high school students have experienced physical violence from a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And number 3, violent behavior, I have one more. Violent behavior among teens typically begins between the ages of 12 and 18. This is all from national data, and black girls have the highest incidences of that kind of intimate partner violence. So before you get your first boyfriend, consider that you might be walking into a situation, and many of you probably know this from your family situations. My mother was raped when she was 7 years old. She didn't tell me until I was 40. So you want to be aware that we don't talk about this stuff a lot, but you may be walking into an environment and an ecology, both offline and online, that is not for your protection. So it's your responsibility to protect your identity, both online and offline, but particularly online. So if you're going to put stuff online, even if you're going to be adventurous and put twerking online, you better own your own digital identity. And you want to monetize your site. You want to look up monetizing your YouTube blog. Even if you're just putting up fun stuff on your vlog, on your channel, you could be making money. And there are a number of ways. I won't have time today, but I would love to come back and talk to you about how you could be earning money from your YouTube channel. There's a phenomenon of two things going on that white girls do online that I don't see black girls doing on YouTube. One is there's a real big phenomenon called reply girls. Do you guys know reply girls? It's called reply girls. So whenever there's a viral video, a reply girl will go and make a video about that viral video so that their video also goes viral because they're talking about something that's viral. And there's a woman who's made millions of dollars off of doing this for about 7 years. So you could be the reply girl for, like, one of the things that's a problem with twerking videos for me is that girls don't talk in their videos. So they have no voice. In the United States, if you don't have a voice, you have no power. You might be great at dancing, but nobody's going to hire you to do anything that really pays a lot of money if you aren't profoundly political with your voice. And I don't mean like politics. You could be profoundly political by saying you want to wear natural hair and other people should wear natural hair. You could be profoundly political by saying whatever you think is important to you on YouTube in a vlog. So it's really important for you to consider that you get on the mic, on the video, and start saying what you think is important to your family, to your life, to your future, and not just, and that you can have fun doing it. Like I'm using the back wall of my dining area, which has a big heart on it, and I'm building a little studio for myself so I can broadcast. I mean, you can do everything you see with professional people from your bedroom, but you do want to keep your panties off the video. You just don't want to be broadcasting yourself in that light. So that's kind of a synopsis of some things that I've been working on. I'm also working on developing a program that I call Cookies in the Hood. Cookies are security cookies, those things that track everything you do online. And you need to do the same thing with tracking your online identity so that you can secure your place in your neighborhood so that people don't see you in stereotypical light, so that you can protect your parenthood when you become a parent, and you can protect your adulthood once you become an adult. And one of the ways you do that is with your mobile phone. Is there anybody who doesn't have a smartphone? How many people in the class, in each of the rooms, you do not have access to making a video from your phone?
Everybody can make a video from their phone.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who does not? Can you raise your hand and so that they can just take account?
Oh, put Thomas first.
Put the number in the chat for me and make sure it says, I won't be able to see what the answers to these things were. We didn't put the question in. I'll figure that out. Oh, from the video. Yep, I can do that. Yeah, so everybody has access to making this kind of technology, and you could be making money on your phone, and this would be really valuable for girls like you who probably come from backgrounds where people don't make their own money working for themselves. They work for other people. And non-black girls and boys are making money online. Now, while $2.09 per 1,000 views isn't a lot, there's something else that I learned from doing this kind of work, and my students and I have learned. The more I vlog, the more I talk on the camera, the more I look at my image and go, oh my God, I can't believe how I look. And the more I do it, the more comfortable I get, the more I dress up, the more profound I get about how I talk, the less I say every 2 seconds. And if I do, I now have learned how to edit that out so that I actually am learning that my videos are starting to teach me. My own videos of myself looking at the webcam is teaching me how to be a better person. I don't have to worry about anybody else telling me how to be better. I edit my image. And I want to see more black girls doing it. So white girls do reply girl things. They make reply girl videos. And white girls also have a whole body of editing videos. They take their favorite song and they make a new video from images and other videos online. They call themselves, they call these vidders, V-I-D-D-E-R-S, like video, but vidders, like an action, like a verb. And vidding is a 30-year-old tradition, and I want to see African-American girls do that. So here's what I'm leaving you guys with. I ask that each of you fill out a, I'm going to show you, I think I have a copy of mine. I asked you each to fill out one of these with your tweet profile on it, or whatever, just to kind of make up your own profile. And you're going to use those to make your own video in each of the schools. And I want to see you send me back a video. What you could do is just, each of you reads your tweet to introduce yourself to the video camera, to the webcam, and then each of you says something about what you learned from this workshop that you won't forget.
Our follow-up with this is we're going to record what we learned in experience today. We'll work on it before we leave for Thanksgiving break. Okay? And you guys can work in small groups. We can do it as one big group. And what we're going to do is we're going to do those weekly boxes that I cut from you guys. And you guys will read those, and we'll send those back to Dr. John. Okay? You got them? Y'all paying attention? Or y'all looking at the bias too?
Okay, if each of you all will make a video in your small setting and you send me the chunks, I'll put them all together in one big video. I'll do the final editing. And so, I love you, Jakira. Who's Jakira? I love that name. That's like my name, only spelled different. Look at you all. Okay, for us to close, I'm going to leave you guys, Mr. Furness, Miss Morris, Mr. Seep.
Yep.
I'm going to leave you guys to have a conversation, but before we do that, I want the girls to come to the camera, if this is okay, and do some mug shots, just like, hey, what's up, you know, say. So I'm going to do Mr. Sipes' class.
Either one.
This one. Okay, this one.
Come and say hey, and say hi to the camera. When you guys get there, I'll put you up on the screen.
All right, you doing this one? I'll turn the mic back on.
Do me a little pose.
I can hear this.
Bye. See you later.
Come on, pose for me, pose. What's up?
Who's this?
Okay. Mrs. Sipes.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey. Come. Look at that.
Hey.
I ain't gonna tell y'all my Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I'll be in touch with you guys for the video. We'll work together next week. Okay?
Jasmine, get my tablet. Where we got that first time, honey? I'm ready to go home.
Everybody's signing off. Bye, you guys. Have a great day.
Make sure all the
That was it. Go exactly as planned. Well, got a lot of data. I learned a lot from them. Learned a little bit. They won't learn one thing worth the time. All right. Oh, I love it. Bye. Thank you. Yes.
Are you following up with Mr. Turner?
Yes, I will.
I'll leave
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
It was good.
Yeah. So we have technology. We just it's all we can do to get to run this.
Computer labs here?